today. We have 26 drivers who are looking to fight through 2 heats to make the 10-man field for the main event today. But let's go ahead and take a look at our race breakdown. As said, it's going to be 2 heats followed by the Clash itself. In Heat A, it's going to be our odd position qualifiers, while in Heat B is going to be our even position qualifiers. 13 drivers apiece in each heat, but only the top 5 in each one will advance to the main, and each heat will be 5 laps apiece. Whereas the main event will have 10 drivers, all transferees from Heats A and B. It'll be a 10-lap race, and this will be the last non-points race before we kick off the regular season. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Season 2 rookie lineup, starting with the number 4, Blake Armano, driving for Legacy Mid-Club in the Toyota Camry. The number 7 of Andrew Zachary, driving a Ford Mustang for Stuart Roush. Colby Jackson, driving the number 9 Camaro for Jackson Goslin Incorporated. Oliver Gingerich in the number 10 Ford Mustang for Stuart Roush. Rylan Just, driving the number 11 Dodge Charger for Revolution Racing. Dogleg Matt, the number 25 Dogleg Media Chevy Camaro. Johnny Quinton, driving the number 28 RG Racing Ford Mustang. Darksea, driving the number 29 Darksea Racing Chevy Camaro. Rainbow, driving the number 38 SMunger Racing Dodge Charger. L-Dog 48, driving the number 48 L-Dog 48 Racing Chevy Camaro. That was a mouthful. And finally, Josh Audebray, driving the SMunger Racing number 88 Dodge Charger. Drivers from Heat A are starting to make their way onto the track. 13 drivers lined up. The top 5 will advance into the main event. We're going to call it the main event. You can call it the Clash. I'm not even going to try differentiating it anymore. I've retaken this shot so many times, I don't know what's the proper way to call it anymore. I'm just going to start referring to it as the main event. You know what I mean. But anyway, now would be a great time to take a look at our starting lineup for Heat A here at Milwaukee. On pole, we got Cooper Glick to the inside, Blake Armano to his outside on row number 1. Darksea to the inside, Jax Riley to the outside make up row number 2. Drake Goslin to the inside and Lazard to his outside make up row number 3. Johnny Quinton to the inside, Cackert to the outside make up row number 4. Josh Audebray to the inside, Andrew Zachary to the outside make up row number 5. L-Dog to the inside, William Schmidt to the outside make up row number 6. And Rainbow rounds out the field back by himself in row number 7. They're making their way down the back straightaway. Once the pace car ducks towards pit road as they come off turn 4, the green flag will be in hand, and race day here at Milwaukee will be underway. 13 guys, about half of this field is a rookie. Who's going to make the main event? Who's going to miss out? We're going to find out here in about 5 laps or so. The green flag is waving here at Milwaukee. They're underway. They're racing. Cooper Glick loses the lead already entering turn number 1, falling behind Blake Armano, who has the early lead. But here comes Glick coming back on the inside. Armano has help on the outside. They're just trading that number 1 spot up there between the 4 and the 0-5. Jax Riley looking to pounce for the lead whenever he has a moment. They're getting 2, even 3 wide places further on back. A little racy. These guys know they have 5 spots and only 5 laps to get up to them, as Cooper Glick is going to lead lap number 1 of Heat A. Blake Armano with a run to the outside with help from Jax Riley entering turn number 1. All over his bumper, the 4 car gets sideways. He's going to walk it up the track a little bit. Jax Riley isn't going to pounce just yet. There he goes. In the middle between the 29 and the 4. He's going to take that second spot. Here comes Lazard to the outside of the 4. The 4 has slipped from the lead to 5th in about 2 corners and half of a straightaway. And entering turn number 3, he's going to get slammed into by the 88. Josh Audebray. The whole field's taking turns moving the 4 car out of the way. The 28 just hit him. The 7 just hit him. There's the rear bumper cover from the 28 coming off of turn number 4. Jax Riley will lead that lap as he gets around Cooper Glick. It is Riley, Glick, Goslin, Darksea, Audebray, your top 5 at the moment. As they come out of turn number 2, the leaders are starting to get a little spread out, but the race is getting real interesting there. About 4th place is Audebray and Darksea make contact. Rainbow's coming to his inside. He's going to cut the grass. They're 3 wide back there for the 4th spot. Otterbray's going to run away with it. Darksy's going to hang on to that 5th spot. Blake Armano's trying to get around Darksy, try and get his way back into the top 5 here early. With 2 laps to go here at Milwaukee in Heat A, Goslin's going to move Glick entering turn number 1. That is for the 2nd position, but it is currently Riley, Goslin, Glick, Otterbray, Darksy hanging on to the top 5. Here comes Rainbow on the inside of Darksy. He's looking for that 5th spot coming down the back straightaway this time by, as the leaders are coming back through turns 3 and 4 to try and take the white flag. Rainbow all over Darksy. He gets around him finally getting through turn 3. Darksy's car all banged up. Does he have anything on this last lap to try and get back into the top 5s? The white flag comes out for Jax Riley entering turn number 1. He's got about a 5-car length lead over Drake Goslin. And it's smooth sailing as long as he hits his marks. This back straightaway through turns 3 and 4. Smooth sailing. He'll be on the front row for the main event. Riley, Goslin, Glick, Otterbray, Rainbow still hanging on to that 5th spot back there. He's got Schmidt all over his bumper as he's gotten around Darksy now. Lazard now getting around Darksy as well, but it looks like Jax Riley is going to be the winner of Heat A here at Milwaukee. Goslin, Otterbray, Glick, and Rainbow's going to hang on to that 5th spot. And Glick actually got Otterbray at the line there for the 3rd spot by about 6 inches. So we'll get the 3rd spot. But Jax Riley is your winner of the Clash at Milwaukee Heat A. We're going to take a look at that finish, and we're going to take a look at the finishing results from Heat A. As Jax Riley wins the race, it's going to be Goslin, Glick, Otterbray, Rainbow, your 5 transfers to the main. Schmidt 6th, Lazard 7th, Darksy 8th, Cackert back in 9th, L-Dog rounding out the top 10. Zachary 11th, Quentin 12th, and Blake Armano rounding out the field in 13th. We'll be right back with Heat B in just a moment. Welcome back to the SMunger Cup Series Season 2 Clash at Milwaukee. Heat B getting underway as the field rolling off pit road. They had an issue getting the 20 car fired up, but he's going to make his way out there. Just a little bit of a gap between the 10th and 11th place starters, but they should be able to close that up before they take the green flag here. With the field making their way down the back straightaway, we have half of the main event lined up. This heat will line up the other half of the main event. But let's take a look at our starting lineup for today's Heat B. On pole, it's Rylan Just, who is outside. It's Dice Guy making up row number 1. Steve Munger to the inside. Tanner Man to the outside make up row number 2. Michael McCammon to the inside. And Colby Jackson to the outside make up row number 3. Chad Jones to the inside. Tyler Rogers to the outside make up row number 4. Oliver Gingerich to the inside. And Ryan DeLago to the outside make up row number 5. Dave Wilson to the inside, Dogleg Matt to the outside, make up row number 6. And Chase Newman by himself back in row number 7 rounds out the field. Just like Heat A, Heat B will be 5 laps long and only the top 5 will transfer in. These guys know that they don't have long to get up front and that they don't have many spots to take up there. His car is about to duck down pit road as they come off turn 4. Who are going to be the 5 guys making it into the main event? We'll find out here in about 5 minutes or so. Green flag is out here in Heat B at Milwaukee. Rylan Just is going to lead the field down into turn number 1. Dice Guy is still sticking it right on his door. Munger about 2 car lengths back. Same for Tanner Man. Top 4 there under a blanket, really. Michael McCammon hanging on to that 5th spot, but Colby Jackson hanging on to that 6th spot. A fairly clean start compared to the first race. The first race, they were beating and banging in 3 wide at this point already. Never mind. There goes Michael McCammon to the inside of Munger. He shoves him right out of the way. Riding the curb, riding along the grass. That's going to put Munger back there in the 5th spot, the last transfer spot. Rylan Just is going to lead lap 1 of Heat B. Getting back down into turn number 1. He's got about a 5-car length lead over the Dice Guy, who's about to lose that 2nd spot to Michael McCammon, who turns 1 and 2. But it is currently Just Guy, McCammon, Man, and Munger, your top 5. As they roll down the back straight away. Colby Jackson's looking all over Munger for that 5th spot. Chad Jones right there as well in the 7th spot. And don't forget Oliver Gingerich in the 8th. It's 4 cars under a blanket right there, really, and they're fighting for one transfer spot. Here comes Jackson to the outside. He's going to take that 5th spot away from Munger as they come out of turn number 4. Rylan Just still out front, but he's got Michael McCammon all over his rear bumper. They're the leaders. they know they got an easy transfer. They don't have to be racing that hard, but McCammett wants to be on that front row. He's gonna move that 11 if he's got it. He's hit him a couple times already. Getting into turn 3 again. It is just McCammett, Guy, Man, and Jackson, your top 5 at the moment. Tanner Man looking for that 3rd spot on Dice Guy. As you can see, the 21 getting around the 10 and the 83, but the 10's coming back on the bottom. That is for the 6th spot. So it's still 4 guys back there battling for the 5th spot. As you can see, Man still hanging on to 3rd, Guy 4th, Jackson 5th. They're starting to get bunched up together, so this run to the finish will get really interesting here with just under 2 to go. Rylan just has led the whole way so far. He's still got Michael McCammett up his rear end. But as we see Tanner Man, Dice Guy, Colby Jackson, and Oliver Gingerich, 4 cars under a blanket. 3 of these guys will transfer. The leaders take the white flag one more time around. Rylan just is the leader entering turn number 1. He's got Michael McCammett on his bumper. Who of these 4 is going to make it in? It's going to be 3 of them, and 1's going to be out. Just hanging on to the lead. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Michael McCammett to his outside, making a pass for the lead. Entering turn number 3. Michael McCammett to the lead on the last lap. As we see, entering 3rd is Tanner Man. He's hanging on to 3rd. Gingerich up to 4th. Guy slipping to 5th, but here comes Jackson underneath of him. He's going to push him up and out of the way. Michael McCammett's going to win Heat B, but Gingerich, Man, and Jackson, the last 3 transfers. The Guy is the first one out. That got really crazy and really dicey there in the last couple of laps. Michael McCammett ends up winning Heat B after a last lap pass. An impressive drive out of the 33 car today. Rylan just led all the laps except the last one. That's really the only one that matters, unfortunately. But let's take a look at what happened back there in turn number 3. Man enters 3rd. He's got Gingerich to his inside. Guy is back there in 5th. Jackson bumps Guy, just cleans out the door, moves him up, clears him on exit. You got to do what you got to do. It's the last lap. It's the last couple corners. We're going to ride aboard Colby Jackson, see what he sees entering turn number 3. Got about 5 car lengths, and he sent it in deep. He knew if he didn't take this opportunity right here, he wasn't going to advance. He had to do what he had to do here, and with the run off turn 4, he actually almost got the 4th spot from Tanner Man. Give him another lap, he might have actually taken the 4th spot as well. That 9 car was coming faster at the end, but let's take a look at our finishing results. Michael McCammett, your winner, followed by Rylan Just, Oliver Gingerich, Tanner Man, and Colby Jackson, your top 5. They transfer the main. Dice Guy 6th, Tyler Rogers 7th, Jones 8th, number 9th, Wilson rounds out the top 10, followed by Newman, Delago, and Dogleg Man rounds out the field. We'll be right back with the main event after this. Welcome back to the SMunger Cup Series to Clash at Milwaukee. The main event has been filled. They've been lined up and they're pulling off pit road. 10 cars have made the 10-lap main event. And between the 2 heats, no spinners, no crashes. Some would say this has been the cleanest SMunger Cup Series race run so far. But we'll just have to see how the main event goes. But let's take a look at our starting lineup. Jax Riley on pole. Michael McCammett to his outside, make up row number 1. Drake Goslin to the inside, Rylan Just to the outside, make up row number 2. Cooper Glick to the inside, Oliver Gingerich to the outside, make up row number 3. Josh Albright to the inside, Tanner Man to the outside, make up row number 4. And Rainbow to the inside and Colby Jackson to the outside, make up row number 5. Some of these guys really had to drive the wheels off their cars just to make this race. Hopefully they didn't use up all of their stuff just getting in here. Hopefully some of our fast guys are still fast. Hopefully this is still going to be a great race with the best of the guys from the heat. I mean, Jax Riley put on a whooping in Heat A, just kind of ran off with it. Michael McCammett played mind games with Rylan Juster in Heat B to get the win overall. Rainbow had to come from deep in the field to make it. Jackson had to beat the brakes off of Guy to get past him on the last lap of Heat B. I mean, just a lot of great stories leading up to this main event. Pace car down pit road. The clash is underway. Green flag is out. The main event in Milwaukee is underway. Jax Riley leading him down into turn number 1. He's got Michael McCammett right to his outside, and Rylan just with a run on the outside as well. He's going to take the 3rd spot away from Drake Goslin here on lap number 1. Cooper Glick hanging on to that 5th spot, kind of going back and forth from the middle and bottom lines, but it is still Riley out front. Here comes McCammett around on the outside. He's bringing Rylan just with him. these three might put on quite a race here today, because the 33 and 11 were really solid. The 44 was really good in the first heat, but Michael McCammett is going to lead lap number 1. Just like he led the last lap of Heat B, has yet to leave the lead since. Still, McCammett out front. It is Jax Riley and Rylan just battling for that second spot. They keep trading it back and forth between one another. Goslin and Glick hanging on to the 4th and 5th spots. Man 6, Audebray 7th, Ginger at 8th, Rainbow 9th, and Jackson still hanging out back there in the 10th spot. Michael McCammett still in the lead, but here comes Jax Riley on the inside. Once again, it seems like he can get these big runs on exit, but he can't really do a whole lot with it by the time they get down to the corners. Because Michael McCammett's still leading. He led that lap as well, but Jax Riley's been getting these strong runs on exit. I don't know if it's just lack of grip or lack of speed, or if the 33's just got a better run up there, but Jax Riley can chase him down. He just can't pass him. Entering turn number 3, Rylan just going to the inside of McCammett. Just for the lead. He's going to get around McCammett, maybe. He's going to clear him on exit. He's going to go right up the wall, right up in front of him. Rylan just to the lead. Here comes Tanner Mann for 4th. He's spun off the nose of Oliver Gingerich. Clobbered by Glick. Audebray into the back of Glick. The caution's out as Rainbow just slammed into Tanner Mann as he's sitting at the start and finish line. A big crash here on the front straightaway. The 53 car is destroyed. The front end pretty much ripped off from the car. What on earth happened back there? Coming out of turn 4, Mann was in front of Gingerich. He was up almost to the wall. They were racing for that spot, but was he clear, or did Gingerich just turn him? And that's the big hit. Holy cow. Rainbow just drilled him. The fire on track is from the split fuel cell on Cooper Glick's car when he got slammed into. The gas on the tracks was burning up. We're going to ride on board with Rainbow here. How didn't he see him sitting down there? I mean, there's a lot of smoke. I mean, by the time the smoke clears up and he can finally see him, there's not a lot of reaction time, but just an unfortunate series of events for these guys as they about 4 laps into the main here. I don't know if Mann was trying to get down or if Gingerich was trying to get up. And once Mann got to the bottom, the inside lane just stacked up car after car after car. We're going to ride on board here with Tanner Mann, see what he sees. He takes a couple really big hits here with the inside wall. On exit, you can see the back of the car kind of just dog track out from underneath him. I don't know if they made contact earlier or this is the one that hurts. Oh. Big hit for Tanner Mann and Rainbow. Under an early yellow here at the main event, Clash at Milwaukee. A 4-car accident will bring us under the yellow. We'll be right back after this with the restart. Welcome back to the SMunger Cup Series Clash at Milwaukee. Under yellow for a 4-car accident down the front straightaway on lap 4 involving Cooper Glick, Rainbow, Tanner Mann, and Josh Audebray. All 4 cars are out of the race for heavy damage. I mean, that part should be self-explanatory, but felt that needed to be covered. The field's double file now. Pace car's going to come pit road this time by, and they're going to have 4 laps to go when the green flag comes back out. But it's going to be Rylan just in the lead, with Michael McCammett to his outside on row number 1. Jax Riley on the inside, Oliver Gingerich to his outside in row number 2. And Drake Goslin to the inside, Colby Jackson to the outside back in row number 3. And yes, there are only 6 cars left on track. That wreck literally took out almost half the field. But for 4 laps, 6 guys, they could put on quite a show here. Any one of these guys realistically could win this race. They're all close enough. If it gets like the end of Heat B, this is anybody's race, really. Pace car is making its way down toward pit road and onto the pit road. 4 laps to settle it. Who's going to win here today? Green flag back out for the restart. Rylan just leading the inside line down into turn number 1. Michael McCammett gets a shot from Oliver Gingerich. He's got a shot from Colby Jackson back there. They're going to go 3 wide here for the lead coming out of turn number 2. Gingerich and McCammett making contact on the outside lane. They're still 3 wide halfway down the back straightaway. Oliver Gingerich to the lead entering turn number 3 with Rylan just still tight on the inside lane. He's going to fall back a little bit. Michael McCammett sitting back there in the 3rd spot. He's going to try and take the 2nd spot away from the number 11, who's got a big run on the inside, coming to 3 to go. 3 to go for Oliver Gingerich, who's the leader. Ryland just takes it back, entering turn number 1. It is now just Gingerich. McCammett getting shoved around Gingerich by Jackson. Jackson shoved his way up to the 3rd spot, and he's going to turn the 33 sideways off turn number 2. What a save by McCammett. But Colby Jackson's ready to go. He's up in the 2nd spot. And if he wants to win this race, he's got to run down Ryland Just. I mean, he's got a fast car, clearly, if he can shove 2 cars out of line in a corner. But he's got 2 laps to catch Ryland Just. And he's got quite a run coming out of turn number 4, with 2 to go. Getting down into turn number 1, Jackson now about 5 car lengths off Ryland Just. Michael McCammett riding around about 5 car lengths behind Jackson there in the 3rd spot, waiting for him to slip up. If the 33 can catch the 9, I'm sure he did not appreciate that move out of turn 2. But entering turn 3, Jackson to the bumper adjust. He can't really do a whole lot with it. He's not going to get around him with that. He was just able to get up there and tap him. But they're coming to the white flag this time. One more time around Milwaukee. Who's going to win this race? Is it going to be Ryland Just? Is it going to be Colby Jackson? Does Michael McCammett have a say in the matter? Entering turn number 1 and coming out of turn number 2, just still out front, but Colby Jackson with a strong run coming out of turn number 2. He's going to run down the 11 down the back straightaway. The 11's in the grass. He put his left sides in the grass. McCammett to the outside of the 9. Jackson tight entering 3. He's almost up to the wall. He's tight, but he's out front and leading off turn number 4. Here comes Just on the inside. Who's going to win here at Milwaukee? And it's a photo finish at the line. I'm not quite sure who won that race, but it is definitely between Ryland Just and Colby Jackson. What a finish between those two. Jackson had a fast car. He had to move half the field there on that last restart to get up there and even have a shot at it. And he sent it on the last lap. He gave it everything he had. Man, that is so close. I'm not even certain. I'm not for certain on that. We're going to ride on board with Colby Jackson for the 3rd time today, and we're going to see what he sees. Ryland Just put his tires in the grass. Here comes McCammett to the outside. They make some contact. It's going to send the 9 tight into 3, almost into the wall. He's still going to be riding it tight on exit, but he gets the throttle back up. He's going to go, and coming to the line, the 11 is going to shoot right by him. The 11 might have got him at the line. I'm not for certain either, one way or the other. The SMunger Cup Series Tower says they have a photo. They're sending it in. And it is going to be Ryland Just being credited with the win at the Clash at Milwaukee. Ryland Just, 2 1/1000ths of a second, wins the race here today. He wins the main event at Milwaukee over Colby Jackson, who sent a Hail Mary on the last lap there for the win, down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Go ahead and burn him down, Ryland Just. That was one hell of a finish there, bud. Just an unbelievable race. Let's take a look at the finishing results of the main event. Just your winner over Jackson, McCammett 3rd, Riley 4th, Goslin rounds out the top 5, Gingerich 6th, Audebray, Glick, Rainbow, and Man off track in 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, all 7 laps down. But it is all about Ryland Just. Ryland Just has won the closest race in SMunger Cup Series history, and he does it in his 2nd career start. Congratulations to Ryland Just and the Revolution Racing number 11 team for their win here today. We're going to go on board with Michael McCammett here real quick. This was back with 3 to go. This is the move in turns 1 and 2 that almost won Colby Jackson the race. But you got to see this save. It's pretty gnarly. Coming off the corner. He doesn't hit the wall. He definitely got moved though. You don't get that sideways on the straightaway without a little bit of help. But great job of Michael McCammett to hang on to a 3rd place finish there after that, as Ryland Just pulls that number 11 into victory lane. Just an unbelievable finish to an unbelievable race. Let's take a look at our finishing results for the day. It is Just, Jackson, McCammett, Riley, Goslin, your top 5, followed by Gingerich, Audebray, Glick, Rainbow, and Man rounding out the top 10. Those were just drivers from the main event. But the rest of the field, the heats will get split up amongst each other. So it is Schmidt, Guy, Lazard, Rogers, Darksey rounding out the top 15. Chad Jones 16th, Cackert 17th, Munger 18th, L-Dog 19th, and Dave Wilson 20th overall today. A rough day, unfortunately, for some of these guys deeper in the field. Andrew Zachary 21st, Newman 22nd, Quinton 23rd, DeLago 24th, Blake Armano rounding out the top 25, and Dogleg Matt credited with the last place finish overall. Clean racing in the heats, big crash in the main, and the closest finish ever in SMunger Cup Series history. This has been the SMunger Cup Series Season 2 Clash at Milwaukee. I'm your host, Steve. Thank you for showing up today. Appreciate your support. We appreciate you. Signing out today. I'll see you again when we're back in Daytona.